Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has defended the company's decision to sign a $480 million contract with the military that will allow the U.S. Army to use HoloLens mixed reality headsets during training and combat. A group called Microsoft Workers for Good recently posted an open letter to Nadella to voice their concern about the move, and suggested it was unethical to help one country's government increase lethality using tools we built. They demanded that Microsoft cancel the contract, cease development of any and all weapons technology, draft a public-facing acceptable use policy clarifying that commitment, and appoint an independent external ethics review board with the power to enforce those new rules. Nadella, however, sees the situation differently, and in an interview with CNN Business, explained the company was not going to stop democratically elected institutions from purchasing its tech. We made a principled decision that we are not going to withhold technology from institutions that will have elected in democracies to protect the freedoms we enjoy, he commented. We were very transparent about that decision, and we will continue to have that dialogue with employees. The chief exec reiterated he was clear-eyed about the responsibility we have as a corporate citizen with regards to the unintended and potentially damaging consequences of technological advancement, and claimed he would not allow Microsoft to take arbitrary action. It's not about taking arbitrary action by a single company. It's not about 50 people or 100 people, or even 100,000 people in a company. It's really about being a responsible corporate citizen in a democracy, he added. After months and months of discussion and buyer rumors, GameStop's board of directors has put a kibosh on plans to sell the company off. The decision, according to a statement issued by the company, comes as a result of a lack of the sort of financing terms that would be appealing to a prospective buyer. Instead, GameStop is now looking toward the funds it gained from the $725 million sale of its Spring Mobile business earlier this year to drive growth, potentially by paying off debt, funding share repurchases, or reinvesting in its car video game and collectibles businesses. All these options are up in the air, however, as the company continues to evaluate its options. Rumors about potential buyers have been circulating since GameStop first confirmed it had been in exploratory discussions with private equity firms last summer, with the most recent being one from a few weeks back that said Sycamore Partners under Panel Global Management were in the process of bidding on the company. At the time, sources said the sale could close in February, but given today's statement, the situation has taken a different turn. The statement also mentions that GameStop is still in the process of hunting for a highly qualified permanent CEO to fill the seat that has been held by interim CEO Shinya Takahashi since last May. The Gamasutra Job board is the most diverse, active and established board of its kind for the video game industry. Here is just one of the many positions being advertised right now. Location: Barcelona, Spain. Responsibilities: requirements, assets. Why join the world of Gameloft? What can Gameloft Barcelona offer you even more? Interested? Apply now. Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, or just seeing what's out there, the Gamasutra Job board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's job board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Looking for a new job? Get started here. Are you a recruiter looking for talent? Post jobs here. Nintendo's planning and development boss Shinya Takahashi announced Friday that the company is scrapping current development of Metroid Prime 4 and restarting production with the Metroid Prime series. Original developer, Austin-based Nintendo subsidiary Retro Studios, a new game in the Metroid Prime series, has been long awaited by fans, and Metroid Prime 4's development restart and resulting delay means that Nintendo will have a large Metroid Prime-shaped hole in its release schedule for years to come. Takahashi said in a video announcement that the lack of real progress on the game has been regrettable. The current development process has not reached the standards with seeking a sequel to the Metroid Prime series, Takahashi said. He said the current development status of the game is very challenged, and said the shift in development studios was a difficult decision. Nintendo has never confirmed the studio that was initially working on Metroid Prime 4, while Retro is taking the reins. Metroid Prime 4 producer Kensuke Tanabe will still be overseeing development. Takahashi made it clear that Retro will be restarting development on the game from the beginning. Metroid Prime was originally teased at E3 in June 2017, with no other development update since. Takahashi did not give a window for a release date, only saying that development time will be extensive. Retro is responsible for 3 Metroid Prime games: Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 2, Echoes, and Metroid Prime 3, Corruption, all of which were highly rated, well-received 3D interpretations of the Metroid series. Retro's latest game was Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for Nintendo Switch FutureGrind, the development cyberpunk grinding game, launched earlier this week on the Nintendo Switch, PS4 and PC. But while it's a challenging arcade experience that rewards skilled players who want to break down its puzzles, it's also an indie game with ground-up accessibility features that stand out from the pack. To discuss the making of FutureGrind, game designer Owen Goss dropped by the GDC Twitch channel earlier today for a chat about the game's inception, its long development process, and the accessibility features that let more people enjoy it and collaborator metrics spend so much time on. For your convenience, you can now watch the full conversation with Goss in the video above. If you are interested in more game developer insight, do not wait. Rush over to the GDC Twitch channel and follow our colleagues now. Gamasutra and GD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa Burnout. It's an imprecise term for a very specific, endemic problem in game development, one often, but not always, caused by the industry's proclivity for crunch. Being a game developer is often an exercise in endurance, working on a creative project for years on end. There is a constant pressure to push harder to see the thing through, a sense that the task is endless, but that more work might just get it done quicker. Financial, social, and cultural reasons make developers throw themselves into it, feeling guilty if they are afraid of what will happen if it does not get done quicker. Those pressures can and will wear a developer down, slowly crushing them without them even knowing it until it is far too late. Burnout is an extremely serious issue for game developers as they work themselves ever harder to see their passion projects brought to life, all through buckling down to get that huge game released on time. It is an insidious thing that devours minds and bodies with overwork, breaking the wonderful, creative people who want to bring their incredible visions to the world. Whenever you care about someone or something more than yourself, your risk of burnout takes a big leap forward. says Jonathan Holmes, licensed independent clinical social worker. Burnout is a slang term when people get stuck in a behavior pattern that they were once able to thrive in, but over time makes them more and more anxious and depressed. Think of when a car spins its tires at high RPMs without going anywhere, and all you get from it is the stink of burnt rubber. But instead of your car, it's your brain. That's burnout. These overworking behaviors, often lauded, are worn like badges of honor in the game development industry, often only serve to leave its creative minds in ruins.